I made an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me.
Hey guys, welcome back. I am so happy that you're joining me today because we are doing some spring decorating. It's finally time. I've been prepping and planning and shopping and cleaning, but I haven't done any decorating yet for spring. So I'm really excited to share with you my spring home for 2025. A lot of you guys have been with me for quite some time, and I know I say this every single time I decorate, but I think this is my favorite one. I'm going with more of a neutral color palette this year, and I have a few new additions that I want to add in, so I cannot wait to get started. Let's turn this camera around, and we're going to start in the living room because I have some new things that I want to share with you, and then we're going to move over into the dining area and complete the entire setup with a beautifully neutral but still cozy spring look. So I hope you enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get started decorating. It is way overdue. So this is the area we're going to be starting with, and you guys can see that I do have an area rug here already, but I have had this here since probably summer last year, and over the time that I've had it, I have loved it, but it is really dirty, and it's washable, and I have washed it many times, but I'm just ready to brighten and lighten things up for the spring. So I found a really beautiful lighter colored area rug on Amazon. I will have it linked below if you're interested in checking it out, but I thought it was time to retire this one for a little while and bring in the new one. I don't typically do a lot of cleaning in my decorating videos, mainly because I do Sunday resets where you see all of the cleaning, but this was a perfect time with the couch moved away to get everything freshened up for the spring. So I thought I would tackle the baseboards and the fan before bringing in the new carpet. And of course, I knocked all of the dust off of the fan onto the floor. So before bringing in the area rug, I decided to do a quick vacuum. And finally, it's time to bring in the new items. I'm so excited to share with you this rug and another piece of new furniture that is new for today's video. Now this rug is an 8x10 size, and I love the pattern on it. I thought it was great because the background is a really light cream color, but it works in a lot of darker tones as well as some taupe. There's just a lot going on here, and I thought that this sort of light colored but busy pattern would work really well for the spring. And once it all comes together, I could not be happier with the way everything looks. And it would seem that Molly even likes it. I think she approves. And what they say is true about a determined woman who wants to move furniture. There is no waiting for help when it comes to wanting to redecorate and move furniture around, at least not for me. I just find a way to get it done because I am so impatient. Now this is probably the item that I am the most excited to share with you guys today. I am thrilled to be partnering with LUEBONA to share with you this beautiful Forno swivel accent chair in beige. It has this gorgeous dark wood base and it swivels. It's low profile. It's a barrel chair that's quite deep and very comfortable. And a lot of you guys know that I had worked with LUEBONA in the past. They provided me with the most gorgeous black dining table chairs, and I could not be happier with their company. LUEBONA is really easy to work with, shipping is fast, and take a look at the product. It is stunning. I absolutely love the oatmeal color and the beautiful seams. Everything just comes together in this living room with this new swivel chair perfectly. And what a great accent for my new spring living room. Now I will have a discount code linked for you below. You can use that discount code to receive 15% off of your purchase site-wide. So be sure and check out shopluebona.com for your own gorgeous new spring furniture. So now that I have everything kind of put back into place, I want to share with you some of the items that I'm going to be using for my living room decor. I decided that I wanted to keep things pretty neutral, but also cute. So cute and neutral is what I'm trying to go with. Hopefully this is going to work with the new area rug. But we're just starting with some little adorable snowball hydrangeas. I grabbed these at Hobby Lobby. They were $3.99. I did get them on the week that they were on sale though, so they were less than that. And I only bought 4 because I'm thinking I want to just sort of add them into the greenery that I have in that corner by my 9-drawer cabinet. So I'm thinking just that little pop of white and the color variation on the leaves is really going to help kind of lighten up the space, because with that dark cabinet, and then I have some dark colors in the newer rug, I want to kind of tie into that. And then I really do like the sort of pop of pinkish red on the leaves. I think that helps to, I don't know, bring in a little bit of the color in the rug. That wasn't on purpose, I'll be completely honest with you, but I'm kind of glad it happened. It was a happy accident. And then I'm coming in also with some really neutral decor pieces. I always love these decorative candles at Hobby Lobby. This one smells really, really good. Coconut milk and patchouli. And then a few items that you guys have seen before. This is one of those from the 3-pack at Target, the little geranium potted plants. I think they're so cute, and I love tucking them into little spaces as they go around the house. They kind of make everything match and look cohesive. This is a bunny that I grabbed last year at Hobby Lobby, and I love the sort of dramatic coloring of him. He's very sleek. He doesn't have a lot of bright colors or adornments on him, so I think that's going to work really well with the color scheme. And then some more neutral flowers. This is just ones that I've had for quite some time. My favorite picture of my husband and I in a gold arched frame, an old planter that I always love to use in different ways in the house. And then probably some of my more favorite items are these gingham pillows. These are from the My Texas House line at Walmart. I really, really like these. And one of the favorite parts about them is the other side is a slightly different look. It's like a reversible pattern. It's white with taupe. On this side, it's, you know, more taupe. And then this is also from Walmart. I cannot remember if it's My Texas House or Better Homes and Gardens, but if I can include it in the description box or in the shopping tab, I will, because I love the scallop edge on this, and I love that it is rechargeable. So I'm going to try to work that in also. I have in mind to use it in the living room, and if that doesn't work, then I'll bring it into the kitchen. And then I will be adding in my little scallop tray. You guys know I love these scallop trays. I actually have 2 of them, and I'm not sure how these are all going to look with that new area rug, so let's get started and find out together. I'll start by decorating my 9-drawer cabinet in the far corner, but I just wanted to bring everything over here onto the coffee table and kind of get a feel for the space and see how I want to display everything. In a recent video, I shared with you that I had thrifted this lamp, and I brought it back for the spring season because I absolutely love it. And this corner is such a pretty space to decorate. I can't wait to see how it all comes together. I think it's going to really work with the color scheme being neutral. So I'm just going to add in these little hydrangeas along with the greenery that I already have in this vase, just to bring in a pop of light neutral color and kind of soften the color scheme here in the corner.
Took the seat next to mine, like you've been there before. I'm befriended and in illusion. I could never stand illusion. I get by when you're at my side.
With the corner area completed, I wanted to move to the coffee table and continue that neutral color scheme, and I want to keep the black contrast going as well. So I love these neutral florals in this black planter.
Always one step ahead, and I'm running.
Now, I don't always use pillows or throws in the living room, mainly because I have a very limited amount of seating, and so adding in pillows sort of removes the amount of space that there is for comfortable seating. But these pillows are so soft and so comfy and so squishy that they don't really feel like they're taking away anything when you sit down. And I want to keep things very simple with just that single potted geranium and a cream colored pillow on that chair, along with this really cute green and white checkered pillow in my wooden chair. And that's going to do it. I love the simplicity of it and the neutral colors. I feel like it's warm and welcoming, and it also has a little bit of cute to it, which is perfect and just the way I like it.
I'm befriended in an illusion. I could never stand to lose you. I get by when you're at my side.
With the living room complete, it's time to head over to the dining area, and one of my favorite places to decorate is this little peg shelf on the wall beside my sliding door. I've got a lot of different spaces that I want to bring in some spring decor. So now that I'm ready to begin decorating, you guys know I love to bring everything onto my island. I did play around already with all of my florals because I just wanted to make sure that they would have enough volume to fill up the vessels that I was using, especially that large basket there in the center. So all the florals are already set in their homes, but we're going to be placing all of these items. So just wanted to show you what everything looks like together. That way you can get an idea for the color scheme. I'm trying really hard to keep things neutral with just a few pops of green, gold, terracotta, but for the most part, everything is neutral and kind of cohesive. And I really wanted to continue the sort of, I don't know, cozy neutral that I've got going on in the living room. So I feel like with this color scheme, I'm going to be able to do that. So just very quickly, you guys saw this little guy here. I had thrifted him recently and included him in last week's thrift haul video, and I've got a few bunnies from the Target dollar spot from last year, as well as these two guys are this year's Target dollar spot. They were $1 each. Trying to incorporate some more warm metallics, so I've got my copper colored scissors from Hearth and Hand last year. I've got my dad's flower, and I've got a lot of warm woods, some really beautiful greens, and a lot of baskets. So that's kind of what we're working with today. Let's get started. I think I'm probably going to head over to my peg shelf and start over in that section because I always love kind of getting inspiration by that display and playing the rest of the room off of that. So that is how we'll begin.
It was nothing you did. I just felt my love.
So here on my peg shelf, I want to start with this antique scale. I've had this for a few years and I've used it in many different places in my house, but one of my favorite ways to use it is for spring because it has the most beautiful sage green coloring to it. And I thought it would be a really nice centerpiece here on the peg shelf. I'll surround it with items that are mainly neutral colored or dark wood, and we'll see how this comes together with a few thrifted items as well. And some of you may have seen this cutting board in a recent video. This was from the Hobby Lobby clearance, and I'm really glad I picked it up because it is a perfect wood accent for the bunny on the left, along with this little guy who I picked up at the Target dollar spot last year during the spring season. And I'll also be adding in some more of those neutral baby's breath. I tend to use them all throughout the year in different ways, and I love how they have just this really soft accent. Now this is something that my dad made for my mom years ago, and I always love trying to work it into different areas in my house for the different seasons.
I'm befriended.
And although I'm not trying to match everything exactly, bringing in a little bit more of those neutral baby's breath, along with this little vessel that matches the one on the opposite side, is a really good way to balance out the shelf. And although I do love the way this shelf looks right now, sometimes you just have to make that one last minute change and it makes everything come together just perfectly. Next up, I have this really beautiful wicker storage trunk that I thrifted years ago, and I have been loving it in this space. Lately, I have just been setting 2 pillows on it and kind of leaving it at that, but today I want to add a little bit of decor that would help me to tie into the spring season and bring in some more of those light tones, especially since my floors and my door are very dark, and so is the wicker trunk. And so adding in this white pillow and this really beautiful white bowl from Hobby Lobby, along with a few wicker carrots and a few more accent pieces, really kind of ties in everything and rounds out the space in a way that I have never done before, but I really love it.
I could smell the pines when I let you in the doorway. Took the seat next to mine like you've been there before. I'm befriended and in illusion. I could never stand to lose you. I get by when you're at my side. I'm befriended and in illusion.
We're going to continue on and move over to my fireplace mantle and this little stool here. I do like to keep this section kind of simple and very neutral, but I've got an idea that I want to continue on with a lot of those neutrals and greens, and so I'm just going to start here on this little stool by adding in one wooden riser. And then this, I believe, is originally from Hobby Lobby. I thrifted it along with a battery-powered candle in a glass hurricane. Just, again, keeping things very simple.
Always one step ahead, and I'm running behind you. I'm different.
Now for the mantle, I'm going to add in this little scalloped wooden tray. I think it's really cute, and it kind of ties in with this thrifted basket that I'm using to hold some really gorgeous tulips. These are from Amazon. If I can link them below, I'll have them in the description box. And some more thrifted items. Finding items that are unique at the thrift store is one of my favorite pastimes. And this little candy dish with the bunny on top is a perfect match for the color of the tulips and the wooden vase behind. Now for the opposite side of the mantle, I want to bring in these thrifted cast iron door stops. They have a really adorable floral pattern in a wicker basket, and I thought that would be a perfect complement to the wicker basket on the opposite side. And I'm just going to add in a few of my favorite green colored thrifted books. And in front of that, I'll add a few terracotta pots and an adorable little bunny to celebrate the spring season.
I get by when you're at my side. I'm befriended in an illusion.
The dining room is really taking shape, but the main centerpiece hasn't been done yet. So it's time to move over to my dining table. A lot of you have seen this table runner that I picked up recently on a trip to Hobby Lobby. It was in the clearance section, and I absolutely love the neutral striped detail on the top.
Highway.
And of course, more florals. Spring isn't spring without all of the flowers, along with this really beautiful basket that was also a thrift find from a while ago. I thought it was a really pretty accent for the color of the table. And since we have so much wood and neutral going on, I thought it would be fitting to add in these wooden candle holders and some more of those battery-powered taper candles that I love so much. A few more of the little cute bunnies from the Target dollar spot will really help kind of brighten up this little space here beside the basket. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to come in with my favorite salt and pepper shakers. You guys know I love hobnail. It is one of my favorite accent patterns, and I think it is absolutely stunning here in front of this wooden basket. Now the living room and dining room are almost complete, but here beside my porch door, I do like to hang a neutral colored apron and a piece of art. And so that is what I've got going on this side of the room. And it really does warm up the space and make the side of the refrigerator just a little bit more welcoming and interesting.
Now we talk all the time. It's a little one-sided. Always one step ahead, and I'm running behind you. I'm befriended in an illusion. I could never stand to lose you. I get by when you're at my side.
That's going to do it for the decorating today, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing how my spring decor came together. I am absolutely enamored with it. I know I say it all the time, but I think this one is my favorite. It feels really warm and welcoming and cozy, but also fresh and light for spring. And I am absolutely in love with my new swivel chair. So be sure and check out shopluebona.com and check my description box for the link and for the discount code. That way you can score your own new furniture to freshen up your home for the spring. I'll also include a link to the rug that I found on Amazon and any other items that I used in today's video. Now, keep in mind, we do have more spring decorating coming your way. I plan to work on my kitchen and my hutch, and we're taking things outside in a future video because I really want to freshen up my front porch for spring. So if you guys are all about the spring decorating inspiration, you are definitely in the right place. Be sure you're subscribed because I know a lot of you guys that watch are not necessarily subscribed, and that means you might miss out on future uploads. I am so glad you joined me today. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think because I always love to chat with you guys in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, check out that video right there. It's a really good one.